They lurk in the shadows of our imagination, creatures whispered about for centuries. From ancient folklore to modern sightings, they've taken shape in the mist, the forests, and the depths below. Monsters have been with humankind since the beginning, born to explain the unexplainable, to give form to fear, and to haunt the edges of what we call reason. Some say they're myths, stories spun from fear and wonder. Others swear they've seen them with their own eyes. On this episode, we dive into the legends that refuse to die, the monsters that might not be as imaginary as we think. This is Killer Hangover Podcast. Hello, and welcome to episode 5 of season 2 of Killer Hangover. I'm Beth, daughter, chronic Googler of, was that noise normal?
And I'm Bettina, mother, realist, and pretty sure it's just the wind.
I'm Aiden, son, grandson, and the only one that's gonna go check what that sound really was. Yeah, it was just the wind.
Ya's always right.
Hello.
Hello. And monsters, huh? Not my big topic, but it was fun reading about it.
Yes, we have a special guest on this week's episode.
Very special.
It's me. It's me, Aiden. I hope you guys didn't forget about me.
How could we? He's been so excited. Yes, monsters is the topic. Cryptoids, creatures is the topic of this episode. And the moment he saw what I was researching or saw what I was watching to research, because I was actually able to do this research with the kids around.
Yeah, which is this one.
It's not very common. He freaked out. He goes, "Oh, you're watching a video on..." I'm not going to say because... I mean, I guess I can say. Do I say? I don't know.
You can say. It won't hurt my feelings or anything.
I'm not trying to not hurt your feelings. I just didn't want to give my topic away.
What topic? Your topic.
So he was very excited that that's what I was covering, and so he actually started doing his own research on the topic I'm covering because he got very excited. And then I said, "Hey, Mom, what if we gave him..." Oh. Yes, my mom, Yaya.
I thought you were talking to yourself. Hey, Mom. You're looking in the mirror. Hey, Mom.
No, I call you your Yaya mom.
Oh, because it's your...
Aiden,
but you're not
never going to get far in this one.
You are not too far off. Your mother does talk to herself a lot, but I don't go in the mirror and go, "Hey, Mom."
Hey, Mom. What's up?
You can do this, Beth. You got it. Anyway... I asked Yaya, my mother, can Aiden join us? And she started bouncing. She was so excited.
Bouncing?
She was really bouncing? Like bouncing?
I was on a trampoline, Aiden. I was bouncing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh.
We thought it was a good idea. But those that usually watch on YouTube, as a protective parent, obviously, you see it. We're not on your screens. To protect my son, I just didn't really want to put his face out there. He's really bummed. He was very excited that he was going to be on YouTube. I said, "You're still going to be on YouTube, just not your beautiful face." Yes.
Yep. You said you were going to blur out my face.
I was thinking of different options we could do, but because we decided to keep you on the whole episode and not just your little portion, I thought it'd be weird that... it would just be Yaya sitting there all by herself in the podcast. Okay, so as normal, we have cocktails, but Aiden does have a mocktail for this episode.
I get to mock a tail. What?
Anyway.
I thought it was a good joke.
I kind of did a little twist. I'm going to name it the Murky Lock.
I was going to name it the Mocktail of Terror because it's about monsters. The monster tail. No. I'll think about it.
Okay, you think about it. So it's made with grape juice and ginger beer. And then I added some edible glitter in there to make it like fun. But it's supposed to be very murky, and then the glitter is like, the mystique of the monsters. And then I did garnish it with a lemon wedge, but it's supposed to be like a capsized boat.
Oh.
Your turn, Yaya.
Well, what did you make for yourself?
There was leftover ginger beer, so what do you think I made?
Moscow Mule?
Yes, of course. My favorite. My new favorite cocktail.
Oh, well, good. I made a bloody martini.
Nothing like fresh blood from the freeze.
A bloody martini. Yes.
Ew,
that looks like blood. Are you a vampire? What's wrong with you?
Ew. What's floating in that?
That's why I had my vampire teeth in.
Oh, I get it now. I didn't understand at first. I thought you were just trying to scare me. But I wasn't scared.
With Yaya, there's always a reason eventually.
Well, would you like to hear what's in my drink?
Of course.
Sure.
Of course. How do you make the bloody thingy?
Okay, of course I used a shaker and I put ice cubes in that, and then this is all in milliliters, so now I got to remember how many actually I just put stuff in there. So it's 15 milliliters of extra dry vermouth, 75 milliliters of gin, and 60 milliliters of pomegranate juice, but I still had some of that juice left from our last episode, so I used that, a tropical juice.
I mean, yeah, you'll probably have tropical juice in your fridge for a while.
What's our next episode? Because I can use it.
I know. You better make use of that juice for the next few episodes.
And I actually did do the garnish. It was 4 blackberries, and I mushed them up in a sieve, and then I put that juice around the glass.
Put what juice? Or the tropical juice?
The mushed up blackberries.
Oh, that's what was floating on the edges. I got.
Cool. That actually sounds. It sounds delicious, but it
without
looks,
the alcohol.
yeah,
Yes.
without the alcohol. But it looks disgusting when you show it to us.
I know. There's like chunks of berries.
It's chunks of blood. Is not
Mom.
all smooth.
Stop. Stop. Wait, are we drinking or I just saw you take a sip?
So, yeah, we should cheers.
Oh, okay.
Try your drink. Tell me if you like it. He hasn't tried it yet.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's really good.
Mine's really good, too.
I just taste the grape juice.
I know, but it has a little zing from the ginger beer. Isn't that good?
It just kind of tastes like, the grape juice on Thanksgiving we have?
The Welch's, yeah.
It tastes like
juice.
that, but like
not as
kick.
sparkly. Yeah.
Yeah, not as sparkly, of course, but like
Because like that stuff like burns.
Oh my gosh, it does. But I just can't stop drinking it.
Aiden, you are so cute. You're so cute.
Okay. Yeah. Start us off.
I believe I will. So, have you ever heard of the chupacabra?
Yes.
He's so excited about this because, yeah, he's very excited about this.
You have, Aiden?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I'm gonna
I won't spill the beans and tell what it really is.
Remember, he's his father's son. He's more of a realist than
realist.
I am.
Oh, actually, I got pretty real on the ones I'm covering too. So, Aiden, I'm in your same boat.
Nice.
Because remember, I'm the one who said it was the wind. Yeah. Okay. I am so sorry, Aiden. You learned about the chupacabra a lot earlier than me. I had no idea what it was until an episode of Bones that I was watching. And they thought it was the chupacabra that was attacking the goat. So anyway, so let me tell you the history of the chupacabra. And unlike most monsters, this was came to light in 1995. That's pretty recent.
That's like recent.
Wait,
yeah, I thought it was
1995. I thought it was way back then.
No, it wasn't. It was 1995. For you, it was way back there, but for me, it definitely wasn't.
I was 6 years old.
What?
Yeah, I was 6 years old when that happened.
Nice.
Farmers in a town in Puerto Rico awoke to a horrific sight. Their livestock lay dead, drained of blood, and puncture wounds on their bodies.
Why would you instantly go to a chupacabra? I'd be like, a vampire killed it.
Yeah, I don't get.
No, they didn't know what did it.
I mean, common sense says vampire.
Common sense.
Common sense says vampire, obviously.
Well, instead of that, they said, what creature caused this? Of course, they had to put a name to it. So now they called it El Chupacabra, which is translated as goat sucker. Oh.
That's what it means, is goat.
Yeah, I learned it was called to suck goat, but those are still kind of similar.
Chupa means to suck, and cabra means goat.
To suck goat.
Yes.
Okay.
Although very elusive, glimpses of El Chupacabra were had, and the creature became even more scary. One of the reported sightings came from Madeline Tolentino, who lived in a small town in Puerto Rico. She described the creature.
I dare you to pronounce it.
I dare you.
Okay. Cano Vanas?
I dare you to move on. I dare you to move on.
Thank you. It's in Puerto Rico, okay? She described the creature as long-limbed with a spiny back and huge eyes. When Madeline screamed, she said the creature leapt into the jungle. Other descriptions have the creature standing 3 to 4 feet tall with long spikes running down its back. It supposedly possessed sharp claws, leathery skin, and long, sharp fangs.
Vampire.
Yep. It only came out at night, and its eyes glowed a fiery red. News of this hideous monster spread, and soon people in other countries in South America were reporting loss of livestock. The bodies found drained of blood. Could the chupacabra be a mutation caused by environmental issues or a government experiment gone wrong?
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, no.
Natural selection gone wrong, or coal-burning power plants? Sulfur dioxide can cause mutations. This would explain why the creature was not in existence until 1995.
Oh.
Then the killing began happening in the southwest area of the United States. The description was a 4-legged animal the size of a dog with skin resembling elephant hide. In 2007, Phyllis Canyon swears she saw the chupacabra on her south central Texas ranch during the day. She is a naturopathic doctor and an avid hunter. During her hunting expedition, she had come across many strange-looking animals, but none like this. It was hairless with blue-gray skin and bony legs. After the sighting, Phyllis started finding her chickens dead and drained of blood. This continued for several days. Having tried to catch the slaughters on camera but failing, Phyllis approached her neighbors and said, "Hey, if you get a sighting of this, can you take a picture or let me know where you saw it or shoot it? I'm good with that too. Just I want to know what this thing is." She didn't have to wait for too long. It took about 2 weeks. She got a phone call from a neighbor that said one of the creatures had been hit by a car. So she went over and stared at the hairless creature. She scooped up the body and brought it home.
Weird. Was she going to cuddle it? Like, what the heck?
First of all, she sent it to a lab for DNA testing, then had the animal taxidermied.
Why? She does want to cuddle it. What is going on?
It's in her home, and it is truly a horrific sight. I mean, she has this sitting. So it's, how can I describe it? I should find a picture of it. It's mounted, and it's standing there with its mouth open. It has no hair. It has this weird skin. Are you looking it up?
I'm looking it up.
Good. I want you to see it. 2004 and 2007 and 2009 brought more chupacabra carcasses from central part of Texas. All were sent to labs for DNA testing.
Oh my gosh, this is weird.
I've seen that on a show before where
Yeah.
they're trying to discover what the chupacabra is.
What do you think the DNA results came back as? Now, remember, these were several carcasses. Several testings were done on these carcasses.
Yeah, we have a bunch of pictures.
The second picture gives me nightmares.
They're pretty creepy. I mean, it's got to be a dog or a wolf of some kind.
Wait,
right?
is that the real body?
Yes, that's the real body that you're seeing. But
Jeez.
results, the DNA testing, the results are these are sick coyotes or stray dogs.
Yeah, I mean,
I knew it.
That's what it looks like.
They were infected with mange, causing their fur to fall out, leaving a hairless animal. The skin became thick and dried after, being in the sun, and it's not made to be out in the sun like that. It's usually covered with fur. The animals are sick and emaciated. They no longer have the endurance or strength to hunt and eat wildlife, so they resort to killing livestock. How about the draining of blood?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, okay, cool.
No
like,
fangs.
that makes sense that looks like a dog. But, like, yeah, why isn't it eating the thing? Why is it just drinking its blood?
It's weird.
Scientists have confirmed that the animals do not have any attributes to enable them to suck blood. Plus, the animals in the world that actually suck blood have a different digestion process that keeps the blood from making them sick. So if you look at the muzzles, there's no way they can suck blood. They can tear into the animal.
Sure.
But they can't suck the blood. So
what was doing that then?
Okay, I will actually explain that to you.
Vampire.
All signs are still pointing to vampire. He's not wrong. And these are like his hellhounds.
Oh, no. Okay, so if an animal, even like us, were to drink blood,
Get sick.
we would get very sick. Our digestion just is not made to drink a lot of blood, so they would get even sicker. So here's some things to think about. The dead livestock, did they really have the blood sucked out of them? Or has the blood just pooled to the underside of the bodies? Like they do in humans?
I mean, sure. But all these people, all these reports said that they'd been drained of blood.
Yeah, but did they pick the carcass up and look at the underside of it? Or did they just look at it and take pictures? And, the pictures of the dead chickens that she took,
But then wouldn't the report say they looked drained of blood, but then I picked it up and saw that they had blood?
Yeah.
No, because she still denies that this is a coyote or a dog. She thinks it's a hybrid of some sort. Yeah. So Phyllis and others in the U.S. and South America disagree with the DNA findings. No way are these just sick dogs and coyotes. They've got to be something else. And like I said, they think it's a hybrid of maybe a South American coyote and a wild dog. And I don't know, they came up with all kinds of different ideas. And to throw another kink in the Chupacabra narrative, remember the very first sighting that was described by Madeline from Puerto Rico, the city I couldn't pronounce?
Yes.
Puerto Rico.
Well, that's the country. Good job.
The creature had long limbs with a spiny back and huge eyes.
Yeah, it had like spines on it.
Yeah. Well, interestingly enough, a month before that sighting, Hollywood released the sci-fi movie Species. The alien/human hybrid had a spined back, lanky appendages. That means arms and legs. I'm talking to your mother, Aiden, not you. And very large eyes. Oh, and according to the interview, Madeline admitted liking the movie very much.
Oh, interesting.
So these things can, not saying that she lied. Maybe in her imagination after seeing the movie, that's what she saw from afar, kind of put that thought into this Chupacabra. But just from my standpoint, I don't think that I think it's a very sick coyote or dog.
Well, in my experience, because I've seen a Chupacabra before, I have. Ask Alex. Alex is like the person who does not believe in this stuff at all. But we looked at each other and went, what the hell was that? When it crossed in front of us. This creature, I don't know what it was, but we went out to eat. We were in downtown Kansas City, and we went out to eat.
Oh my gosh, they've come all the way to Kansas, Missouri.
Come on.
We were in the Westport area, and we went out to eat, and this creature walks in front of us, and it was grayish color. It was all hunched over and like long snout, and it was huddling by the trash cans on the side of the road, but then it crossed in front of us, and we just both looked at each other and went, what the hell was that? And I said, that was totally the chupacabra, and Alex goes, that absolutely looked like it. I think it's made its way to Missouri. I do.
Poor animal.
Got on an airplane and just flew over to Missouri.
Poor starving animal.
Vampires are moving in over
Yeah.
here with their hellhounds.
Vampire.
You better watch your chickens. Okay, Aiden, guess whose turn it is?
Mine or Mom's?
It's your turn.
Oh.
All eyes on you.
Oh no, I'm worried. I read a book in the 2nd grade about the Kraken, and I kind of became obsessed. It's a legendary sea monster that has haunted the seas for centuries. It is said to look like a giant squid or octopus with lots of giant tentacles that it uses to wrap on the ships. He uses the tentacles, so he wraps around, and it just tugs them underwater.
So these are huge tentacles.
Huge. Like the size of a quarter of the ship.
A quarter of the ship. Man, it must
I don't
be
know.
even bigger if they can wrap around the whole ship.
Just wrapped around it. That was the worst sound effect in the world.
And everybody missed the little hand flop.
Oh, I'll try it. So I went up.
No,
and
okay,
kinda curved. How would it? Oh, okay. Every second counts. Where were we? And crash them under the water. The first sighting was reported in 1180 by the King's Sphere of Norway in the seas of Norway and Iceland. 13th century Scandinavian. I can't pronounce
He
it.
is related to both of us, very much so. Scandinavian.
Scandinavian, right?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Scandinavian 13th century Scandinavian literature is the first document telling the sightings of this giant sea beast.
Simon Beast.
Sea beast. The first sightings of this giant sea beast. One famous tale from the Icelandic sailor Leifur the Fearless. Is that his name? Leifur. Why is his first name Leifur? Second name's and then Fearless.
I think
is
that
his
was
last
just
name.
like his sailing name. Like,
Oh, I didn't learn any sailing names in school. Okay, where were we? The sailor Leifur the Fearless describes an encounter where the massive tentacles rose from the water and the crew fought to escape.
you can't escape if this giant thing is
I don't
landing
get
on you
it,
and
yeah.
pulling you down into the water.
Liars.
Where are you gonna go? Like,
The island that disappeared is a story about sailors mistaking the Kraken as an island. It kind of goes like this. Some fishermen were sailing through the water and they saw something that looked like an island. So they decided to set up camp there. They landed on the somewhat thing that looks like an island, but they then found out that they were on the back of the massive creature. And a few moments later, the creature sunk back into the depths. Depths.
That one's a hard one, Aiden.
oh my gosh! I think
creature
it's like episode
sunk-
2, and I really struggled with that word.
Depths.
Depths.
Depths. Depths.
Depths.
You said it right. Don't let your mother confuse you.
The creature sunk into the depths, dragging along the ship and the crew with it.
Ooh. So Aiden, can you picture this?
Yeah.
I mean, you dock
Can
your
you though?
Yeah.
you dock
No.
your ship, you get out, and you start walking, and you go, well, this is a strange texture under my feet. I wonder what it is.
Do you think it's like
Yeah.
gooey, like squishy?
Yeah,
Like,
It feels like an octopus.
Is it kind of squishy? Is it like the octopus and just kind of slimy?
they get off of their ship and
The-
they're like, "Oh my gosh, we've discovered a whole new planet." Oh my gosh.
1752, Bishop Eric Pontoppidan described the Kraken as a floating island that could drag the ships to the ocean floor based on sailors' claims.
So this is kind of the story, though, that is being told for a long time, that this is some floating island.
The floating island monster. Tentacles.
And gooey skin.
Trying to get a tan.
Yeah, it's just laying there in the ocean trying to get a tan, and this ship just gets on top of it. And it's like, yo, you're going to give me a really bad tan line. Get the heck off of me.
Tan line.
And he's like, oh, I'll have a little snack. And then he just goes right back up there to tan.
Tan.
It might just be trying to get warm. The water's cold.
So these ships are like flies that we like swat away.
Swat away. Get away from me.
Instead of a fly swatter, it's got these tentacles that just slap it down.
Where were we? Another story is called the Maelstrom Attack. I can't pronounce that. That goes like this. Sailors were sailing through the sea until they saw the mythical creature circling the ship. The creature then devoured the whole crew in one gulp. Sailors say that the creature would keep circling and circling the ship and make a whirlpool that would pull the ship under. Then the creature would feast.
Okay, I'm going to question this.
Okay.
Aiden,
I'm listening.
if the beast ate all the people, who's going to tell other people that this happened?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Maybe I'm the one
That's
who...
a good question.
I don't get it.
How are there survivors? Like, how would you honestly survive
How?
this?
You wouldn't. That was just my question because,
That's a good question.
Thank you, Aiden.
Good question. In the 18th century, a giant squid-like creature was seen and reported on by a French naval officer. He said that the giant creature's tentacles wrapped around his ship. And stories shared in the most recent 19th century, fishermen off the coast of Newfoundland said that their boats had been attacked by enormous tentacled monsters. I have one question for myself.
I could tell he was thinking about something because he started reading very slowly. I was like, oh, his mind is working.
He said that the tentacles wrapped around a ship. Wouldn't he be dead?
Yeah,
Because
that's what
if
I'm
you're,
wondering.
like,
How did
you're
anyone
doomed
survive?
once they're around your ship.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what was that?
It's raining outside.
The
It's
wind.
the wind.
It's the Kraken trying to break into the window.
Why is it coming down like little?
It's either the sprinkler or it's raining.
It's the sprinkler. It keeps coming. It's the wind. Okay. I'm about to finish this. Then it's Mom's turn on whatever she wrote up.
Okay, why don't you finish this then?
I think that people have mistaken the creature by giant squids or octopi. So the Kraken is real, but not the gigantic monstrous creature we think it is. It is probably just a giant squid or octopus. But maybe you could find the creature and prove it's real. But right now, it is not. It is not. Play the music. Dun, 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 dun.
I just have to say, Aiden, for a 9-year-old, that was very well done.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Good job. Left us with some questions, but good job.
Tell me the questions, please. I love
How big
answering.
are giant squid? Like, how big can they get? They're probably pretty giant.
I mean, can you imagine if you were a sailor that didn't know much? I mean, back in the 17th century and these giant ugly squids came up, the story would elaborate.
I've heard that the size of a giant squid's eye is the size of a
Strawberry? Oh, boy. That's terrifying.
I've heard that the giant squid's eye is at least the size of a soccer ball.
Oh my!
Soccer ball, strawberry. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine?
So just imagine how big the creature is.
No, exactly.
Imagine how, like, maybe there to there. Wait, they can't see. Like that far wall.
Yep.
To that far wall.
Yep. It's that size from there to there.
I'll show
That's
you.
exactly. That's an exact measurement.
I bet it's bigger than from there to there. I bet it's bigger than that.
It is. Probably. Cool. What did you write up, Mom? I'm curious.
Aiden, again, very good job.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Why?
Oh, my Aiden, you did such a good job.
Okay. Grab your pint and settle in, because I'm taking us back to Scotland today.
Oh, this is my favorite monster.
So I just find it very odd that this is episode 5, and I think I've covered Scotland in 3 episodes. I just think that that's another weird thing, because, again, we had to move episodes around in the order that we did them in.
Yes.
And so I guess it just so happens that Scotland is my, like I said last week, my cup of tea for this season. I don't know.
And it's all on you. I mean,
I know.
I
didn't mean to.
I started with Rossi, who has supposedly Scottish ties, but that was my only Scottish thing.
I was like, I gotta figure out how to tie this in. Oh, Scotland. Oh, Scotland. Oh, Scotland. All right, so we are back in Scotland. Everybody grab your kilts. So I'm sure you've guessed the creature I'm talking about. A creature so famous, she's basically the Beyonce of cryptoids. What am I talking about?
The Loch Ness. One of my favorite monsters.
The Loch Ness Monster. Or, as her friends call her, Nessie. The Loch Ness. Aiden, do you know what a loch is?
Thing you put on a door to keep things out.
No, a loch. L-O-C-H.
Oh, C-H?
Mm-hmm.
No answer.
Scottish for lake.
Oh, yeah. And then Ness is what they...
Is the name of the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ness.
So Loch Ness, first of all, is huge. A lot bigger than the Gardyloo Loch that we talked about.
Ew, gross.
The Haunted Mary King's Close in episode 2. We're talking over 20 miles long, 755 feet deep in some spots.
Wow.
That's deeper than the North Sea, by the way. And murky as all get out,
Ew.
Hence his mocktail. It's a perfect place for a giant, mysterious creature to hide, right?
Of course it is. If I was a creature, I'd hide in there.
You are a creature.
You are a creature of the deep, my son. Now, sightings of Nessie go way back, like medieval back. There's this story from 565 AD about Saint Columba.
Oh, he is resurrected.
Oh my gosh. So I wrote this up, a while ago, and then I was kind of revisiting my notes to go over them for this episode before we are recording, and I was like, are you kidding me? We talked about him in the Missing Lighthouse Keepers episode. He is the one who saw the angels over the island.
Yep.
Is that not weird that I'm talking about him twice? Because I'm bringing him up again, just a weird thing. I'm sorry, I thought it was very weird. I have to tell you guys about who Saint Columba was, just because if I'm covering him this much, I have to share who he is.
Yes.
He was back in the 6th century, and he is the patron saint of Scotland, Ireland, bookbinders, poets, and floods.
Okay.
He was a tall, intense Irish monk who crossed the sea in a leather-clad boat and landed on a mist-shrouded island off the coast of Scotland. He was not your average monk. He was a poet and a scholar. And if the old stories are true, a man who could see angels fighting demons, and he could command monsters.
Ooh.
Columba's early life in Ireland was already dramatic. He supposedly copied a sacred book without permission. A dispute over the manuscript turned into an actual battle, leaving thousands dead.
Oh my gosh.
Racked with guilt, Columba swore to leave Ireland forever. His penance, to win as many souls as he had lost. So he sailed north to the wild Hebrides. See, I don't even know how to pronounce things. Hebrides? A tiny rock called Iona, I don't know, where he founded one of the most famous monasteries to the British Isles, a spark of light in what we call the Dark Ages. But Columba's life on Iona, wasn't all prayer and quiet contemplation. According to his biographer, Adamnan, the saint moved through a world where heaven and hell were never far away. He saw angels hovering over dying monks, and once In the black of night, his followers saw a column of light blazing above his hut, as if the sky itself marked where the holy man prayed. He was also haunted by demons, literal ones. The stories say he fought off a swarm of them that tried to seize the island until a legion of angels came to his defense.
Wow, that would make him a saint there.
He supposedly conversed with the angels regularly. Columba is credited with prophecy, foretelling events, discerning souls, and knowing when people would die.
Ooh.
What?
I don't really want to meet him.
Stories include raising a child from the dead, healing the sick, turning unfavorable winds, altering the weather, and manipulating natural elements.
All this
Good
power.
grief, this guy had power.
Yes.
He had power.
On a journey through the Scottish Highlands, Columba came across locals burying a man killed by a, quote, water beast in the River Ness. Undeterred, Columba ordered one of his followers to swim across the river. He ordered somebody else. He didn't do it, but he ordered somebody else.
Jeez.
The beast rose from the depths, roaring, ready to attack. But Columba raised his hand and asked a question. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Sir, why are you trying to eat all my servants?
Columba raised his hand, made the sign of the cross, and shouted, "Go no further! Touch not the man! Return to thy den!" And the creature stopped. Instantly, as if struck by a force it couldn't comprehend, it turned and fled into the dark water. It listens better than my children. Witnesses swore it happened, and that, legend says, was the first recorded sighting of the Loch Ness Monster.
Ooh. How come I don't know that much about this monster, but I always pictured her as just coming up and like kind of with that long neck and just kind of people see her and then she goes back down. I never realized that she was mean.
This story was from 14 centuries before modern Nessie mania.
So are there more than one?
Well, I mean, if she was around then and she's still around now, either she is very, very old or there has to be more than one, right?
Well, there's a ghost. It's a ghost.
Oh, it's a ghost now.
It's a ghost Loch Ness, but it can still eat things because it's, I don't know.
Nessie really hit celebrity status in the 1930s, 1933 to be exact, when a new road opened along the loch, giving drivers scenic views. As it turned out, monster sightings as well. That same year, a couple claimed that they saw a tremendous upheaval. What's upheaval?
It's like a disturbance.
In the water. Okay, so like a disturbance in the water. That makes sense. With a creature rolling and plunging before disappearing in the water. The media dubbed it the Loch Ness Monster, and Nessie's career took off from there.
Career?
She started a career? How
She
much
made money
did
on
she make a
this?
day? Remember when we saw that actual picture that they took at the Loch Ness?
I know, you loved that picture.
Oh my gosh, I was obsessed. So it's real.
Oh my gosh, you were.
That's proof it's real.
I will actually get to that picture.
Ooh, yes.
I will spill the beans, as you said earlier. A few months after the new road opened, a motorcyclist named Arthur Grant claimed he almost hit Nessie.
What's he doing driving on the water?
No, Nessie, I guess, was out of the water.
What?
He said he was riding at night along the new road when his headlight caught a long gray creature crossing the road from the loch. He described a small head on a long neck, a bulky body, and flippers.
Kind of like that dinosaur back then, the Plesiosaurus. I think that's what it called.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right, Aiden.
Plesiosaurus, it's that flipper thing.
Please no, Saurus.
Please don't Saurus me. Please no Saurus. Plesiosaurus. I think that's
This Arthur Grant swore that it slid into the water like a, quote, seal on ice.
Where was this guy coming from?
A local bar.
I'd be scared if it was... I'd be scared if it was all dark and I'd like see a light and it's just like staring at me, like turns around and goes into the water. That'd be scary.
I have no idea what you just said.
I would be
know
scared.
what he said. Yes, it would be scary.
It would.
Enter the surgeon's photograph in 1934, the one you were just talking
Here
about.
we go.
That famous silhouette of a long neck arching above the water for decades was considered solid evidence, as Aiden just said as well,
Solid.
until the 1990s when it was revealed to be a hoax.
Oh,
What?
Aiden.
The picture
What?
was made using a toy submarine and some wood putty.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Someone put a video on that. When I used to have YouTube, I remember watching that until you restricted me.
Yes, you are restricted
And
from
then
YouTube.
it was a submarine. I remember that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And yet, Nessie's popularity didn't sync with the scandal. People still flocked to the loch.
What? What?
They flocked to the loch.
Flocked to the loch.
And sightings haven't stopped. People still claim to see strange shapes, humps, and wakes in the water. In fact, modern tech has gotten in on the mystery. Sonar scans have picked up huge, unexplained objects moving deep below. And just in 2020,
Ooh.
a researcher, because science has to chime
Yeah,
in, right?
of course.
He collected DNA samples from the loch and found no... Oh my gosh, Aiden, you were right.
Plesiosaurus. Yes, I knew it. Plesiosaurus.
It was no plesiosaurus, no giant reptiles, but a whole lot of eel DNA,
eel. So it's always an eel. A
Which-
giant eel.
which has led to the super eel theory.
Super eels.
Super eel.
Which is somehow both disappointing and terrifying. It kind of reminds me of the eels in The Princess Bride, remember?
Oh, yeah. So when that guy said he almost ran over, it was probably just like a giant eel.
They can't get out of the water, though.
But maybe it was so
Giant
long.
eel flopping on the side of the
No, you don't get it. Like,
No, I don't
it's
get it.
so big and so long that
Maybe it's just his tail?
that was just his neck.
No, it
sticking
was a
out.
tentacle from the Kraken.
Oh! Oh my gosh! It lives in Loch Ness now.
It's
That's
everywhere.
a double. It lives in Lake Loch Ness.
Loch
That's
Ness.
Lakeness.
Lake Ness.
Okay. One of the earliest bits of tech evidence came from a fishing boat called Rival 3 in 1954. Its sonar operator picked up a large moving object, keeping pace with the boat, at a depth of about 480 feet for
Ooh.
nearly half a mile. That is creepy.
Yeah. What was that?
I told you it was real.
No debris, no known animal could explain this. People remember the surgeon's photo, but in 1977, a new photo was taken by an Anthony Shields. Okay, don't let this discredit him, but he was a magician and a psychic.
Sidekick.
Psychic.
Oh, I thought you said sidekick of Superman, like Superman.
No, of Super Eel.
Super eel. Super eel.
He's a magician and the sidekick of Super Eel, who claimed he summoned Nessie telepathically. Yes, really. This is a true story. He called her a cosmic water dragon.
Oh, I love dragons. Why? Okay. I love dragons. Thank
You
you
do.
for bringing that up.
You do love dragons. Here are some fun facts I learned in this research I wanted to share. Okay. 1, the loch holds more fresh water than all the lakes in England and Wales combined.
Well, it's so huge, though. I mean, the lake is so big.
That's a lot of hiding spots for a monster.
A freshwater monster.
Yeah. 2, it's connected to the sea through rivers and canals, meaning whatever's in there could come and go, slipping in and out without anyone noticing.
So the Kraken is in there.
It could be. I mean, she could like go on vacation. Maybe that's why it's so long between sightings. It's because she's like, on a trip, getting a tan with the Kraken.
Getting
Yeah.
a tan with the Kraken.
I've seen that octopi and squid can squeeze through tiny holes.
You're right, Aiden.
But can they be in fresh water?
Yeah,
Really?
sometimes I think.
I don't think so. But that's a good theory. Maybe octopus and squid can't, but maybe the Kraken can.
Yeah, the Kraken, it's not really...
A thing, I know.
Well, it is a thing. It could be a thing. I believe in it. I can believe in the Kraken.
I believe. Okay.
That's why I don't go in the ocean as much.
Number 3.
Because the Kraken.
Also because we live in Missouri, nowhere near the ocean. Number 3. During World War II, the lock was used for training submarines.
What?
The British Navy used the lock because its murky water hid the submarines from aerial observation.
Oh, nice. And it's so deep, so that would be perfect.
Maybe that's what's down there is a submarine?
Oh.
Locals joke that Nessie is just a leftover military project.
But how was it following the ship? Like,
That's true. That's true. How did it follow the ship? How was it moving?
The wind.
I can just see his brain working. This is crazy to see. Okay, number 4. There's actually a Loch Ness Investigation Bureau.
What?
Of course.
You should join them.
Yeah.
The Loch Ness Investigation Bureau was founded in the 1960s by enthusiasts determined to solve the mystery once and for all. They never found Nessie, but they did record plenty of strange wakes, unexplained shapes, and sonar blips that didn't match any known animals. Okay, so fun things about this Loch Ness Investigation Bureau. They built what they called Nessie watch huts along the loch in the 1960s. The 60s were a fun time.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, I wouldn't know from
I was born in the
experience.
60s, so.
They handed out, okay, here's another fun thing. They handed out certificates to volunteers who logged 100 plus hours of Monster Watch.
Wow.
Aiden would be right there.
I'll be right there.
They even ran a Nessie hotline.
Why?
Well, they have to have a place for people to call when they see
Ring, ring.
I wonder how often that phone rang. I mean, honestly. Of course, skeptics point out that a lot of Nessie photos turn out to be logs, waves, or birds. And that human brains are great at seeing patterns where there aren't any.
Yes. We talked about that before.
But, I mean, long before Columba or the 1930s sightings, locals around the Highlands had stories of water horses and kelpies. There's tons of mysterious water creature stories, shape-shifting spirits that lived in this loch, sometimes luring travelers to the watery doom. Some historians think Nessie is a modern echo of these myths.
A modern echo.
Echo.
The loch's black waters hide everything below just a few feet. Locals will tell you the loch feels alive. Some believe Nessie isn't just an animal or some creature, but the spirit of the loch itself, a guardian or maybe a predator. And this kind of is why I was so shocked when Aiden said that she's a ghost now, because maybe she is just a ghost now. Maybe it was a monster then, but now it's just the spirit of the Loch Ness.
Oh my gosh. I just feel like it's real.
Maybe Nessie isn't a monster at all. Maybe she's one of the old Celtic spirits just hanging around while we pretend we're too modern to believe.
Hang around.
Whether she's a prehistoric, what's this dinosaur?
Plesiosaur.
Okay. Jeez.
I told you
A
that.
super eel or just a very, very famous log.
A lot.
I think
A lot.
I'll go with that one.
I think we love Nessie because she keeps the magic alive. The world's a lot more fun when there are still a few mysteries hiding in the deep. Mom, you have another ugly monster to share with us?
I do, and this one is like real.
So are ours.
Yeah.
This is the beast of Jevudan. Have you heard of that, Aiden?
It sounds like something.
No, he hasn't.
I haven't. It just sounds like a food. I'd like Jevudan. It sounds so yummy for some reason.
Yes, we take you to so many fancy French restaurants.
Okay, so this is kind of scary because the deaths I'm going to talk about are real. I mean, they really happened in history. So between 1764 and 1767, a beast of mysterious origin roamed the rural and forest areas of the region of Gévaudan, that is in France. Approximately 100 men, women, and children, but mostly women and children, were attacked and killed. The first death was in 1764. Now, this is the first reported death. A 14-year-old Jeanne Boulet was tending her sheep. The attack was vicious, and she was decapitated.
What's that mean? Like torn apart, sort of?
Yes, exactly that.
That's
By
it
what?
meant. What could have done this horrible act? The attacks continued. More people, mostly women and children, like I said, were killed in the same manner as Jeanne. There were some witnesses, and believe it or not, some survivors, who all stated that the creature was a very large dog or wolf-like, but not like an ordinary wolf or dog. Its fur was shaggy, except for the short fur around its head and legs, and reddish in color. A long, strong tail, a stripe down its back, and claws like talons. And it was large, maybe even as large as a horse or a cow. Witnesses said that the beast stalked its prey, ambushed it, and seized it by the throat. Wounds on the victims were to the head and limbs. 19 of the victims were found decapitated. The beast attacked in the evenings and in the early mornings. And just like the villagers in Beauty and the Beast, they rallied together to, what, Aiden?
Kill the beast!
Kill the beast!
We know that movie because Evie has it on repeat over here.
You'd be saved if you were inside, right?
Yes.
Phew. Oh my God.
Newspapers began reporting the story in October 1764, becoming perhaps one of the first media sensations spread nationally as well as internationally, and the beast took on a life of its own. So this is like one of the first stories that spread internationally. So not only in France, but also in England, the Americas, and all over.
Was it attacking there too?
No, just in this one region, just in this one area. Could this beast description be slightly exaggerated, perhaps? France was just coming out of the 7-Year War. The economy was, well, not doing well, and cities were in ruins. People needed something else to focus on, and along comes the beast. Hunters failed to find it. King Louis XV even sent soldiers, and they were also at a loss. And as humans tend to do, perhaps they excused their failures by making the beast larger than life, perhaps even supernatural. So it's like an excuse for not finding him.
It's a super beast.
Super beast.
So in September 1766, the king's gun bearer, Francois Antoine, shot and killed a large wolf. Assuming this was the beast of Gévaudan, Francois was gifted money and titles and exaltations. But then 3 months later, the attacks and killings began again. Then, in June of 1767, Jean Castel, a farmer or a hunter, depending on what source you looked at, shot and killed an extraordinarily large wolf. This must be the murderous creature. An autopsy revealed human remains inside the animal, and the attacks ended. But was this really a wolf?
What?
Question mark. Some theories thrown out as to what the beast really was. An Eurasian wolf, an armored war dog, a striped hyena, a lion, some kind of prehistoric predator, a werewolf, a dog-wolf hybrid, or a human.
Human?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know.
But the most outrageous of these theories is the werewolf.
Oh, that was the one I was leaning towards. I mean,
Scare me like that.
That figures.
so, I mean, as soon as you said it, I said, well, I mean, there it is.
As I stated before, the attacks happened in the evenings and early mornings throughout the month. And Beth, we all know that the werewolf only attacks at night and what?
Full moon.
Yes, on a full moon. So it couldn't possibly be a werewolf just because of those facts.
Unless those facts are wrong. French werewolves have different rules.
Yeah.
Then there's the serial killer human with perhaps an armored war dog who has taught his dog to viciously kill.
Oh,
Yeah.
another hellhound.
I don't think
Circle.
so.
Here we go.
I don't think so. They did see one in a field, and supposedly they shot at it, but the bullets just bounced off of it, and that's why the armored both of you lead in.
It is a serial
That's why
killer.
the armored dog came into the equation.
Why would
You have to kill a werewolf with the silver bullet. Oh wait, is that a vampire?
No, that's a werewolf.
So yeah, the bullets would bounce off of him.
It's not a werewolf, Beth. We have established this, and a
Yeah.
werewolf wouldn't be out in the daytime.
Hold on. You've thought you've established this.
It was the wind.
Yeah. One credible theory is that the attacks were by wolves, either large lone wolves or a pack of wolves. Wolves are native to the Dejavon region and had been known to attack and kill people. In fact, some statistics state that in France, between the 17th and 19th century, 9,000 people have been attacked by wolves.
Oh my gosh.
But in
Mom,
most of
not
these
a werewolf.
attacks, the wolf or the wolves were rabid, which doesn't hold to our beasts because the surviving victims did not contract rabies. My last theory, and the one that I hold most true, is according to Karl Hans Taga, a biologist and author of the Jeduvon tragedy, the disastrous campaign of a deported beast. Okay, according to him, the animal was a lion, perhaps a young lion, which would match the description of the witness. No mane, because a young lion just has kind of fur, and it does have a streak running down its back, like a mohawk type thing running down its back.
Yeah, fun fact actually that we learned at the Kansas City Zoo. Those lions are male, but they've been fixed before they could grow their manes in.
Oh, and they had that, right? They had that kind of
they all
mohawk
have
thing
those
going
mohawk.
on.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
So it was a lion.
So lions have been known to attack, kill, and eat people.
Well,
We know
sure,
that
but
from-
in France? How to get to France?
I will explain that.
It's a circus lion.
It flew on an airplane.
And they usually do grab the prey by the neck to drag them off. And if the prey happens to be a young, thin woman or a child, this action would cause decapitation. Okay, so how in the world did a lion get to rule France? You ask. And you did ask. Well, Taga has an explanation for that. Perhaps a wealthy nobleman in the area had a young lion as an exotic pet.
Yes.
All the rage, and it either escaped or was let free. The lion was starving, and when coming upon a person, viewed them as dinner. Also, a lion's hunting range is around 56 by 50 miles, which is roughly the measurement of the beast's territory. We will never know for sure what and from where this scary beast came from. Of course, they didn't have DNA in those times, and DNA or forensic evidence is no longer around for us to test. So like a few things out there, the Jeduvon beast will remain an unsolved puzzle.
How long did those killings last for?
3 years.
I mean, that would kind of make sense too.
Lion.
I'm going for the lion too. I think it was a lion. But it definitely was a thing. I mean, it's written up in history books and everything. It is definitely a thing.
That's really interesting. I can see that a noble person having a... But that's scary though. Just like...
No, it is.
Wouldn't be out at night or... Ooh.
Well, you're tending your sheep and you're coming home, late at night. There was a story actually about the first attack, and it happened to a woman who was tending a herd of cow, and the cows actually defended her. And so she was not attacked by this creature and killed.
Well, and that's the other thing is these people are hurting animals. Why isn't it going after these sheep or these cow? Why is it choosing a person?
I don't know. Maybe it was mad at the nobleman who let it go. The things that make you go,
Okay, well, before we sign off, I have one more I have to share.
Oh, okay.
It's a Kansas classic that's too weird not to share. Have you
Cool,
ever
okay.
heard of Sinkhole Sam?
No.
He's kind of Kansas's version of the Loch Ness Monster. Only,
Really?
yes, only slimier, sneakier, and maybe a less photogenic. Legend has it that back in the early 1950s, right outside the tiny town of Inman, Kansas, locals started seeing something massive moving through a sinkhole that connected to Lake Inman, which, fun fact, is Kansas's largest natural lake.
Do you know where that is?
Near Inman, Kansas.
Smart.
Good answer.
Now, eyewitnesses back then swore they saw this snake-like creature. Some saying it was 15 to 30 feet long,
Oh
Yay.
my gosh. Oh,
with slick, dark skin and eyes that glinted in the sunlight before it vanished beneath the surface.
oh my gosh. I am so creeped out right now. I gotta put my feet up.
The first real sighting was by two fishermen in 1952. They said this huge serpent-like thing slithered past their boat, leaving ripples big enough to rock them. Naturally, the town went wild. There were monster hunts, news crews, and people showing up with rifles, binoculars, and picnic baskets.
What?
Classic Kansas chaos.
We'll do anything for a picnic.
A few even claimed to have shot at Sam, but he just disappeared into the murky depths, that word again, never to be caught, never to be proved real. Some say it was just a giant eel or catfish, maybe even a leftover prehistoric critter that got stuck underground for centuries and found its way out through sinkholes.
No.
Others think he's just a story, a tall Kansas tale born from imagination, because we're bored out here, and muddy water.
Muddy water.
Either way, Sinkhole Sam became a legend. Even today, folks around Inman still swap stories about seeing something big and mysterious rippling across the lake when the summer heat hits. And I just love that. The idea that even in the middle of flat, quiet Kansas, there's a lake monster out there keeping things interesting. So apparently, though, and I swear this, I'm not making this up, back in the 70s, a group of local college kids decided to go Sinkhole Sam hunting.
Yeah.
Sinkhole Sam hunting, yeah. Like full-on expedition, flashlights, nets, and I'm guessing a questionable amount of beer. They camped out near the lake for a whole weekend, determined to find this Sam. And the only thing they caught was a tire, a snapping turtle, and one very grumpy raccoon. Here's the best part. One of them wrote in a newspaper letter afterwards saying, quote, "Sinkhole Sam may not exist, but the mosquitoes sure do," unquote.
Kansas summers. Yes, they do.
So whether Sam's a cryptoid, catfish, or just the world's most mysterious eel, besides Loch Ness Monster,
Loch
of
Ness.
course, he's definitely got Kansas energy. Quiet, weird, and full of personality. And that is just a little extra sip of spooky for you for the
I
road.
don't know if these were very spooky.
There's also some other things that people mistaken for, like the sea serpent and other long snake-like creatures. This fish-like thing is called the oarfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they mistaken that and other long fish or skinny things in the ocean, like eels and stuff, for the sea serpent.
Well, only 5% of the ocean has been explored.
5 out of 100%?
5 out of
Yes,
100%.
Out of 100%, only 5.
So
that
that
is
leaves
something in there.
that leaves 95% chance that the Kraken could be out there
And other monsters.
and other monsters.
Oh, I read a story that fascinated me because, you know, me and sharks, Aiden. This guy had a mako shark. Those are big sharks. And by the time he reeled it in, the mako shark had been, well, only his head and part of his torso was brought up. The other half, his tail and everything was gone. some huge fish had jumped up and eaten it.
The mango shark?
Yeah, the mako shark. And that
Was
Tail in
eaten.
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what about the bloop? What about that guy?
Huh?
The bloop. I think everyone out there knows about the bloop except you.
Clearly.
Yeah, Beth,
Gosh,
the bloop.
the bloop?
Yeah, Mom, don't you? What's the bloop, Yaya?
Yeah, Aiden, I think I know what it is, but you go ahead. I think it's the same thing I know.
Yeah.
It's this like giant thing. We don't really know what it is. A shark.
Nobody
a giant
knows.
Shark, giant fish. We don't know. And it's giant, and it can swallow anything whole. Probably bigger than the megalodon. It was so huge, and people just say it's real.
People just say it's real.
Yeah,
Just
and,
like
like,
I just say a werewolf's real.
Werewolves real. End of story. No.
Aiden, we might be talking about the same thing because they had a great white that they had tagged. So when you tag a fish, you can follow its movements. And they followed it down to the depths. I mean, it was going further down than what it usually would. And it got really far down, and all of a sudden it just disappeared. And they think that it had been eaten whole.
I know.
And
That is terrifying.
That's a great white shark.
But it could have been the bloop.
It could have been the bloop. He just keeps whispering to me different cryptoids that we should have talked about. He would have made this episode like 10 hours long. He loves this kind of stuff. I love it.
Except when you say werewolf, that gives me nightmares.
You don't like the werewolf idea? No. Okay. Well, don't worry. It's not a werewolf. There's no werewolves.
It's not real. Werewolves are not real, Sweet Pea.
Yaya's stuff are just so scary.
Yaya's stuff was a lot scarier.
But I disproved it. I proved it wasn't scary. It was just a lion. It wasn't a monster.
Just a scary lion that's creeping around the streets.
But at the end, you said, still, we don't know what it is.
Sorry, Aiden. The episode was about monsters.
True dat. True dat.
All right. Well, this was fun, kiddo. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us, dude.
You're welcome.
It was fun to do research together with you.
Thank you for letting me. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably have nightmares for the rest of my life. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, okay, you two sweetie pies.
Well, this was a fun one. Aiden, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mama.
Cheers. Love you, kid.
This has been Killer Hangover Podcast, an original production, written, produced, and designed by yours truly. All of our amazing music that always sends shivers down my spine was thoughtfully crafted by Dangerous Schmidt. And the other thing that gives me those chicken bumps, as we say, is you guys. Big love and huge thanks to all of our listeners. You truly make these hangovers possible. If you liked the episode, do us a favor. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen. If you want to get in touch, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Killer Hangover Podcast, or shoot us an email at killerhangoverpodcast@gmail.com. Until next time, stay safe, lock your doors, drink some water for that hangover, and call your mom.